What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Bugs' DCS Cruise. I hope you all are enjoying your Saturday. I hope my viewers and followers down in the Deep South, in like the Tennessee, Arkansas, down in that area that have been getting hammered by the storms over the past couple of days. I really hope you guys and your families are all safe and doing well, and you guys are getting the assistance that you need if you were unfortunately affected by one of these things. My thoughts and prayers are with you and your families. Hopefully everything levels out pretty soon for you guys down there. I know it's terrible, and I really do feel for you guys. Again, like I've always said, I appreciate every single one of you guys that support the channel. You guys are all amazing and awesome, and you guys keep me motivated enough to do this for you guys. I am also working on or have something set up that I'm not going to debut just yet to you guys, but it will happen soon. But with all that being said, for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to check out a pretty cool mod that I've seen a quick video on and heard about, but haven't tried it. And that's going to be the World War I Flying Circus mod. This is aviation in its purest, if you ask me. You're in an open cockpit in a biplane, all mechanical controls, no computers, none of that high-tech BS that are in the newer jets and whatnot. It's all cables and mechanical inputs, so that's pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to go take the Sopwith Camel up, and we're going to attempt to drop a Zeppelin and a couple of barrage balloons. I'm sorry about that. I haven't flown this mod yet. I just installed it and got the controls mapped for the Sopwith Camel. If you guys want to see a review video of the World War I mod, including how to install it, let me know. I will see what I can put together for you guys. There are, I believe, 14 player flyable aircraft for that mod, plus a whole bunch of other different assets that you guys get with it. It is a freeware mod, which is awesome. I appreciate the work that the dev of the mod put into it. It's a lot of work. I could just imagine what it took to get all of this up and running. The same thing with like the Su-57 or the A4, with the Black Hawk mod or the OH-6, any one of the freeware mods. The devs that make those definitely make DCS that much better. So I will say that. So without any further ado, I'm going to stop yapping. I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown of what we're going to do really quick. Well, how we are really quick. We're cold starting this thing, and like I said, we're going out to hunt a couple of balloons, and we're going to see what we could do. So we do have to be careful around the balloons because they do have the cables on them that can tear the wings off of this thing rather easily, and these are all fabric and wood, so we definitely have to be careful. We're running our 2 Vickers machine guns only, that's it. No bombs, none of that. No missiles, no rockets. And a good old radial engine, which is actually a rotary engine, not really a radial engine. I'm sorry about that. Let's unpause and let's see if we can have some fun with this. Not that bad. 15 gallons max. Oh my Lanta. Okay. It's quite a far cry from the 16,000 pounds that I'm used to in the F-14, that's for sure. All right, we got our controls free, clear, and moving around. That's cool. Right. Beautiful. All right, let's see if we get this thing started up. So just from reading through the instructions right quick. We have to have our throttle there. Let's bring our mixture up halfway. Throttle's closed. Open our fuel. All right, we have to hit the primer a couple of times. This is going to be right down here. They recommend 20, so we'll do that. There's 10. And 20. Okay.
Contact.
Magneto's on, and here we go. Clear prop. All right. There we go, just like that, guys. Nice and simple. All right. All right, sounds like we're pretty good. She's coming up. Let's bring our mixture a little rich just for the takeoff. So I don't know how this thing is gonna handle with that, so let's see what happens. The visibility is actually not terrible, but let's see what we can do. And it actually sounds like a pretty good rotary engine. So, whoa, hello. What the hell was that, Bugs? Alright, so the rudders are extremely sensitive that I can see so far, and they're actually inverted for taxiing, which I don't know how to feel about that just yet. Gotta feel how this thing moves around. Okay, so it's nice and easy movements on it, and we should be okay. Alright, let's get this thing over to the runway, and let's see what we can do with it. There's one of our targets right there, it looks like. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them right there. Cool. Okay. So we're going to be going for the big bastard up forward first. And that's that guy. Oh, what the hell is that thing turning next to my shoulder? What the? That's a little unnerving, I'm not going to lie. Oh, and I'm making the wrong turn, Bugs. Not good. That's... Usually I don't take off out of Al-Maktoum, so just bear with me on that one for a second, folks. Sorry about that. And we have to be careful because I really don't think we have much in the way of braking on one of these things. We'll find out. Alright, so a little side note about the Sopwith Camel. It was supposedly very notoriously difficult to fly because of its weight distribution. The majority of it's up in the front, which I could see why. Because you have the engine and the machine guns up there, so I could see why this thing would be a little squirrely sometimes to handle. It's going to want to pitch nose down for sure, if it's that heavy. But we're about to find out. See if it's modeled the same way. A little finicky to taxi, not gonna lie. I'm gonna use a little bit of aero braking just to help us slow down. If you guys know a little bit more about the World War I mod than I do, if there is a brake axis for the wheels, let me know. If not, it's no problem. Just do it with the throttle, and then just a little bit of aero braking with a little bit of aft stick. Wow, this thing actually sounds pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Looks good, too. Alright, let's see what we could do with this. Hopefully we don't run into too many issues. Alright, controls are free and clear. And here comes the power, guys. Let's see what we can do. It's full power. Keep on center line. Holy. What the? Alright, and she's up already. Not bad. Very short takeoff. Very short takeoff. I like that. That's cool. Alright, guys. So, I don't believe this thing has any sort of trim on it. So we're going to actually have to fly this thing. Does not move very fast at all. Keep on tucking my shoulder in, actually, for real, to the side with that propeller next to me. One of the perks of flying in VR. Alright, so the gunnery on this thing should be very interesting. I don't know whether to aim it with the center scope or with the scope on the right, the left, I'm sorry, on our port gun, or the iron sight on our starboard gun. But we'll find out. Nor do I know how much ammo this thing actually carries, so... This is actually pretty cool, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Let's get some more altitude here. 115 knots. Wow. Full RPM. Let's come back on that a little bit, just so we don't blow the motor on this thing. Bring it to back rich a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's bring it to stoichiometric. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, there we go. Wow, this is amazing, guys. This is so cool, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, having an asset like this in DCS is pretty cool. We have all time frames covered for the most part, as far as air warfare is concerned. I think we're gonna line up with the sight on the port gun. Try that first. When we get up to altitude, there's our Zeppelin. It's a big ass balloon. There's definitely no rush in this thing, that's for sure. Fuel's looking good. What in the world is this guy doing? What on earth? Alright. Watch our airspeed. sure if this thing stalls out, it's gonna really suck. There ain't no ejecting out of this thing. We're almost feet wet, guys. Like I said, I want him first, and then we'll go after a couple of the other guys if we can. Friggin' propeller. Really? What on earth is this guy doing? Unless he sees us coming. He's trying to evade, but... almost vertical. What the... Wait a minute. We're not going to be totally feet wet on this one, because we are going to be a little bit over some sort of a landmass, but let's watch those barrage balloons down low. Alright, let's see what we can do, guys. We are on station, and here goes nothing. I don't know exactly how to aim this thing and what the distance. Oh boy, let's slow down a little bit. Not too much. Let's see if we can line him up. I can't even see where the rounds are going, guys. I'm gonna have to slash down a little bit. Sorry about that, folks. Just give me 2 seconds just to try and figure out the weapons on this thing. Yeah, I think we might have to use that middle sight here. Alright, let's see what we can do. Here we go, guys. Let's try it. Ooh, the rounds are way high. Wow, what the... Oop, there we go. There we go. Oh, he's vertical. I want to pull him to the vertical with him because... Oh, is he shooting at us? Son of a bitch, he is. I think he's shooting back at us. Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. Oh, I did not expect that. Okay. Okay. Fucking propeller again. Get the hell out of here. Wow, you get a lot of altitude. Alright. Oh, he's a smart little boy, huh? Alright. He's getting the hell away from us, that's for sure. Alright, let's turn around, see if we can drop one of the smaller balloons, and then we'll come back in and re-engage that guy. Let's just be careful about this. Let's take this guy here. See if we can clear a path out. A little too low. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow, this thing is not easy to aim on. Jesus. Wow, alright. This is a little difficult, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's really tough to line up the sights on this thing. Yeah, that's not easy to line up on. That's for sure. Wow, okay. like I said, I don't know how much ammo we actually have in this thing, and I can't imagine it's a lot, and I don't want to waste the majority of it. We had a few bad shots already. And we gotta watch our fuel. Definitely makes you miss the HUD and a gun sight reticle, that's for sure, but it's the way it was. Come on, baby, turn into me. Oh boy. Wow. Whoa, 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 we're getting shot at. Oh shit, we're getting shot at. Oh, whoa, oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 okay. Time to unload. Shit. Wow. Okay. This is... I didn't think that... using arm, I didn't know that. Oh, shit. Okay. Wow, this thing does not... Alright, we'll try the same thing. We're going to run out a little bit this way, and then we'll try and come back up and gain a little bit more altitude. I'm just going to watch him, because if you can get a line on us, we're in trouble. But I do want to drop him. So you know what? The hell with the small balloons. I want to drop his ass. Let's just focus on him, guys. Up a little bit. Oh, he's turning with us. Okay. I don't want him in my blind spot. I really don't want him in a blind spot. Should be okay distance-wise right now. Yeah, I think he knows we're coming after him. He's doing what he's doing. Getting that windscreen spot up there. There we go. Alright, we gotta make this one count, guys. There we go. Let's see what we can do here. Let's drop an altitude again. Alright. These things are a lot harder to bring down than I thought. And he's going to start popping rounds off of us again pretty soon, so we gotta watch out. Too low. No. Lead him, that's all. Oh, he's opening up. Come on, you son of a biscuit. Oh, we're taking hits too, and they're shooting at us. Look at this. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh, this is probably not a good idea, Bugs. Not a good idea, Bugs. Not a good idea, Bugs. Oh, shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh man. Oh, this is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is actually pretty cool. We might get shot down on this one. If I can get a nice rake across his... There we go. He's going in. That's it. He's down. Oh, shit. He's coming towards us. Oh, dear God. Let's move. Time to go. What the hell? Wow. Whoa. That was... Alright, they're bailing out. 1, 2... 3... 4, 5, 6. We got 6 good shoots. They're out. 7. Wow, how many people does that thing hold? 8. What the Alright, so that thing holds 8 people. Holy Toledo. Okay. We got him. He's going out. Let's see if we can drop one of the smaller ones if we have any ammo left. Give it a shot. What the hell? We have enough fuel for it. Wow, this is not easy to aim, guys. I'll tell you that. Uh-oh. Oh, that was a little too close. Oh, that was a little too close. Alright, let's not do that again. Pay attention, folks. Big guys going down. Pay attention to the small ones. Wow, this has got to be extremely difficult fighting another airplane. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be extremely difficult fighting another airplane. Come on, at least give me one of these guys. Wow. I love how I rip this thing around like it's a high-performance airplane. It's really not. Be a little careful there, buddy. It's only cranking at 120 knots, yeah, so... I just gotta find the sweet spot where the guns are gonna hit. Right in the middle here, it looks like. Not even. What the hell? What sight do you use with this thing? Oh no. That wasn't good. Alright, and we are Winchester. And it felt like we hit him. I don't know if we did. I don't see any damage on this thing. That's a good sign. Alright, let's head back home and see if we can land this baby. Give a nice little flyby for you guys to see what it sounds like. That is so cool. It sounds pretty good too, I'm not gonna lie. I think that jet whining noise that you guys hear just like that is this thing over my starboard shoulder. I don't know. And I can see the difficulty flying this. If you take your hands off the stick, if my hand is off right now, it pitches nose down. So you have to be constant aft stick with a little bit of pressure on just to keep it level. That makes sense now. Alright, let's just have a nice little flight back to Al Matoum. And I'm not going to say too much, I'm just going to fly the airplane. let you guys just enjoy the sounds of it and the sights for a couple of minutes, and then once we come in for our final to Elm the Tomb, which will be pretty shortly, once we get over these buildings, probably more than likely I'll start squawking again for you guys. Alrighty, guys. I'm back with you for a second. I kept looking down so you guys could actually see that I'm constantly moving the joystick on this thing to keep it level. It's not like any of the other aircraft that you're used to, where you can just trim this thing out and it's perfectly fine. It would take your hands and feet off of it. You get constant inputs on this thing. Just like a warbird or a helicopter. Sort of reminds me of, but... Alright. Let's see if we can bring this thing down nice and easy. We have not a lot of fuel left, and I really don't want to run out and find out the hard way how quick this thing can fall out of the sky. Like I said, 15 gallons really isn't that much, but we did have a decent amount of loiter time, so... And it held a little bit more ammo than I thought, too. Alright, here we go, guys. Nice and easy. Just keep a nice glide slope. And you just gotta watch, like I said, with the nose on this thing, it does pitch down, so it is pretty accurate. Just keep a nice glide slope. 110 knots. Slow down a little bit more. Okay. Let's not start falling out of the sky. And here we go. Nice and gentle, nice and easy with her. Nice and easy. Here we go, bugs. Yeah, she's a little oof. Oof. I knew that was going to happen. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Oof. Come on, Bugs. You got this, buddy. That's a little rough on the landing. Jesus. Alright, I think we're down now. Yep, we're on the ground finally. Wow, that was a little ugly, I'm not gonna lie. Not one of my best landings. But, like I said, it's my first time actually flying this thing, so... Let's aero brake it and slow her down a little bit. Okay. We did make it home in one piece. I'm happy about that. And let's get this thing off the runway. And we'll shut her down. Right where we took off from, looks like. So the only thing, my only complaint about this, it's not even a complaint, it's on the ground, your rudders are inverted. So normally if you push left rudder, the jet or the airplane's going to go to the left. This goes to the right. And there's left rudder, it goes... Right rudder, it goes to the left. That's the only thing that throws me. Other than that, not bad at all. And up in the air, the rudder works exactly the way it's supposed to. I don't know if that's how these things actually really work. It's very possible. Like I said, I don't know too much about the Sopwith Camel, but not bad. Yep, this is exactly where we took off from. Perfect. I wonder if this little gizmo off to our starboard shoulder that I've been mentioning is to measure our airspeed. Very possible. I'm not too sure though. Ooh, she could tip very easily. I saw that. Alright, we gotta watch our ground speed with this thing. That could have been bad. That would have been a typical Bugs mission for you guys. We land it, no problem, in one piece, and I tip it over taxiing. That would be typical. But we're not gonna do that. Let's find a nice little spot to break off here, and we'll go and shut this thing down and park it. Or park it and shut it down, I should say. Yeah, we'll dump off right here, that works. Actually, you know what? No, we'll go up a little further, follow the lines. As you guys might have noticed, I'm trying to do things a little bit more realistically, but not crazy. Like, I do want to follow the proper taxi lines at the airport or airbase or whatnot. But I also do want to keep it interesting for you guys and not boring. And when I do break a rule, it's just to keep it interesting, that's all. Whoops. So the rudder is extremely sensitive on this thing, guys, so just keep that in mind. If you do want to fly this, you have to have a little bit of finesse on the rudder, otherwise it will snap around on you real quick when you're not ready or expecting it. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is really close to where we were. Sorry about that little stutter, folks. Yeah, this works perfect. Okay, it's nice and easy. Let's not ratchet her around and break something. Like I said, let's not do that. What in the world is going on here? Alright, guys. We're home. Just enough fuel to spare.
Contact.
Shut our fuel off, mags are off, and that's that. And then she's gonna putter on down, and then that's that. Alright, guys. My overall thoughts on this? So far, not bad. I really do like it. It was definitely enjoyable to fly. Handling it is not terrible. You just have to get used to it. The airspeed's a lot different than anything else that we're used to in DCS, but not bad. Good old dogfighting, guns only, and it's extremely difficult until you get the feel of how the sights actually work on this thing, or any one of them. This is only one of the 14, I believe it is, like I said. I'm going to be popping into these things a little bit more often, so I just got to get the rest of them set up and map the controls for them, but otherwise, not that bad. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, my followers and subscribers down in the Deep South, I really hope you guys are all doing okay, and you guys aren't getting too hammered by this nasty weather. And until the next sortie, strap in, arm up the seat, and keep flying.